All right. Hello, everybody, again to the day two of Cybersecurity Bootcamp. I am pleased to see you all again. This is day two, as I said, and this is going to be again for an hour and a half. And then we will have another session tomorrow for the day three. Like I said, please try to participate for tomorrow's session as well so that we can send you all the participating certificate. Yeah, I see almost nice attendance here today as well. I mean, I see people, from the different time zones. I see people from the different domains again today as well. Like I said, there are people who have registered from largely from the public sector, from healthcare, from financial domains, and manufacturing, shipping, transportation. You name it, you have all the domains in there. I'm glad people want to see their customers happy and then keep their company or organization secure with the security tips what we are giving you guys in here. And then few of them asked us if we provide training on cybersecurity. And then to answer, yes, we do provide cybersecurity training for you guys. And then we also encourage people to go through the certification programs as well. We have quite a few candidates who work on our projects here, where we implement. We have a lot of cyber, certification for ethical hacking, candidates who are like large in number for with us. So we usually encourage people to get the certifications as well. Coming down to myself again, like I said, I had the consulting division for Wadi, and then I have been in the industry for like about 15 years now. And then, yeah, I've been dealing with, from smallest to the largest budgeted projects. The largest, I can say it was more than like $10 million projects. And yeah, and then I handle, the client relations here for Wadi. So if you have any questions, anything related to the training, anything related to the certification, or anything related to the projects, please email us, where we will give you the email in the end, which is info@wadi.com. And coming down to, like I said, a few of you guys who have joined here know about us, but then there are a few who don't know. So I would want to just give you guys a bird eye of what we are. We are located in four locations. Three of them are happen to be here in US, and then one is in international. And then we are in the business from since 1998, which is for about 23 years now, which is huge. And then we have like 6 practice areas going on, and then cybersecurity is one of them, and then which is one of the major practice what we do here in Wadi. And then we do quite a number of projects, and then we do work with quite a number of clients, but largely we work with the public sector. And also we also do quite a few projects for commercial, like private sector as well. But then we are in city, county, state, all these areas where we are doing quite a few projects for the public sector, and then also with the private sector too. All right. So again, at the star of the day, Mr. Vino. This guy is simply phenomenal. He's been doing this for like 16 years. He's a star. He's like a guru in cybersecurity, I would say. He's done tons and tons of webinars, seminars, you name it, he has done it. So again, please welcome Vino. Please join your hands and then welcome Vino. All right, over to you, Vinod. I hope you can.
So thank you, Vijay. Can you all please confirm if my voice is audible for you? Can you all please confirm that? Can you all please confirm me if you're all able to hear me? I'm looking at the chat that's available as well. So excellent, excellent, wonderful. So right now, can I have a quick clarification? How many of you had a chance to attend the previous program, which is the day one program? So for your information, this is day 2 of the program, and this is a series of program, and we also have another day tomorrow, right? So we have day 1, day 2, and day 3. So we are right now in day 2. So as you see, the day 1 is a very basic program. Day 2 is a likely an intermediate program, and day 3 it is expected to be a little advanced program. Am I clear? Excellent. So we will actually be making this training as interactive as possible. When I say interactive, I am saying that we majorly will be making the best use of the chat option available. So any questions that you might have, you can please do post on the chat option. Any questions or doubts you have with respect to the topic that I'm covering, I would try to clarify that then and there. If not, you can also use the Q&A option available there on your Zoom meeting itself. All right. So we have a last a few minutes on FAQ, right? Frequently asked questions. So we would be summarizing all the repeated question or the most asked questions, and then we would try to address it with the pinch of our experience added to it, right? So can we get started? Can you all please confirm me if you're all able to hear me? Excellent. Wonderful. Confirm me if you're all able to see my screen. Are you all able to see my wallpaper? Excellent. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So day 1, we've been covering some very interesting topics. We covered about phishing attack, popular phishing attack, how it is done. We saw live demos of each and every step on how exactly it is performed, right? So similarly, we also saw for the first half of the program, we actually saw how phishing is performed, correct? Likewise, the second half of the program, we spent time on what is Trojans and backdoors. And we also saw about how practically a Trojan is installed by an attacker on a victim's machine and try to compromise him in numerous different methods, right? So right now, what we are going to see is we are going to be seeing some very interesting topic where the topic of the day is more about social engineering, right? Social engineering and the ransomware and passwords related vulnerabilities, right? Okay, let me ask you a quick question. I want you all to use the chat option available a little effectively, right? So what do you think the word ransomware means? What is ransomware? Let us see what you think. What do you think is ransomware? Wow, chat says, yes, I see the dog with bubbles. Okay, it's an exchange, holds your system for ransom. Wonderful. A threat actor holds your data ransom for money. Wonderful, wonderful. Crypto jacking software. Excellent. Okay, good. The word ransom simply indicates that the attacker takes a very critical information about you or your data, right? And if he needs to release that data to you back again, he asks for some ransom or he asks money in return, right? So let us put it in the simplest possible terms. Number 1, say you have a critical data on your computer. Say you have an Excel file, all right? This Excel file holds some very important data, right? Maybe your company's salary detail or your company's very critical confidential data. Okay, maybe some formula or some algorithm or some source code, etc. Imagine your application, your laptop has a desktop, right? That desktop has a folder called source code. Okay, I want you to just imagine there's a folder in your desktop which it's called as source code. Imagine a attacker managed to infect your computer and encrypt the folder that is present on your desktop, the source code folder, right? You have spent, imagine you have spent close to around 15 years of your lifetime creating some application, maybe a CRM, ERP, or some kind of an application. And you have stored that repository on your desktop folder, for example. And imagine an attacker manages to encrypt that folder from maybe a remote location. Say he's sitting down some place like China or Russia. Okay, and imagine he gains access to your computer and infects your computer's critical data and encrypts it. Am I clear? Encrypts it. And the interesting part is when it encrypts it, what happens is I, the owner of the particular data, I am not able to open the data myself. I am not able to open the Excel file myself. I am not able to open the source code myself, which means that the person who created the data is now not having access to the same data. Am I clear? Which means that that particular data, if it has to be given access back again, the attacker pops up a message saying, hey, if you want your critical data back, all you have to do is pay a ransom of so many $1,000 to back to this account. Am I clear? Yes or no? Excellent. Now, having said that, right, I just wanted to think of this. Okay, let me share you a very interesting case study. This happened in 2018 back in UK, London, Birmingham to be precise. And I'm sure most of you have heard about connected driverless autonomous cars. Yes or no? Which are the popular car companies that you know which are connected autonomous driverless cars? Tesla, wonderful. Google, Tesla, Neo, excellent. There are so many companies that that are coming up with new connected driverless autonomous cars. Yes or no? Excellent. BMW, excellent, excellent. Okay, I want you to think of this. This is an incident that actually has happened in 2018, February, January or February ranges. Now, interestingly, what happened is, imagine, I want you to just imagine this. Imagine you sit in a car, okay? The car's windows and doors are locked, correct? Now imagine this connected driverless car, which is an autonomous car, is driving you somewhere. Suddenly something happens to this car, meaning you have lost control of the complete car. You are not able to use accelerator, brakes, steering, nothing. The car is controlling the car. The complete system is being controlled by the system. Okay, there's an operating system in the car that is actually controlling it, right? So imagine an attacker manages to control it. Okay, imagine there is a highway. All the cars are going in one direction, and there is one car that comes in the opposite direction, a very busy highway, and that happens to be your car. Okay, and you are trying to get down of the car, and all the doors and windows of the cars are locked up. You don't know, you absolutely have no clue of what you have to do next. You panic. You sit down just to notice there is a display unit on the car which pops up an error message saying, if you want access to your car, please pay a ransom of 1 Bitcoin to this account. Wow. Isn't that scary? If you think what I just said is fiction, it really is not. There are already attacks like this happening in multiple parts of the world, and this is exactly an attack that already happened in UK. Yeah, it is certainly super scary, right? So if you just pay a little more attention, you might wonder, a car. What we look at a car is a steering, dashboard, and brakes, right? But today's cars are actually not even cars. The cars that we drive today are not automobiles anymore. They're computers, right? With extended steering, dashboard, and brakes. Let me repeat. The cars that you drive today are not, the automobiles that you drive today are actually not even automobiles anymore. They are computers with extended dashboard, steering, and brakes. Am I clear? Excellent. Now, the interesting part here is when a ransomware could infect a car, the person sitting inside the car becomes vulnerable. He absolutely have no access to do anything. Yes or no? Right? And the interesting part here is this is exactly what is happening today. Ransomware started in a very different scale, in a very small scale, way a few years ago. Right now, it's happening in a very destructive mass scale, right? Okay, well, let's quickly go back to one quick thing. Let me ask you this: how many of you are right now from your Windows machine? Please type Windows. How many of you are from Linux? Type Linux. Excellent. Okay, I find a lot of people are from Windows. So let me take it opportunity to explain a quick demo of where you are going to do this hands-on. Am I clear? Okay. Please confirm if you're all able to see my command prompt. Please confirm if you're all able to see my command prompt. You're all able to see? Excellent. Now, please pay attention. I am saying net sh. What is net sh? Please pay attention what I'm going to do. Very interesting. Net sh. Does it take you to some shell prompt called the net shell prompt? Yes or no? How many of you are able to see this? Can you all please confirm? Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay. I just want you to know that in command prompt, when I type net sh, it opens up a shell prompt, right? I just want you to just understand till this. Right now, I'm going to jump to another quick demo and come back here, and I will tell you the correlation between these, right? So let me open up Google Chrome browser, right? And I want you to know I go to facebook.com. Here, I type in a username called vinod.com. I'm just typing a random email ID. It's not even an original email ID. I'm just making up this email ID. And here, I'm saying a password, right? Yes. Can you all please tell me how many of you on a given day sit on your computer, type in a username in the username box, you type A. It shows your username autocomplete. It says Anand, Aarti, Akshay, Anita, Arnold, whatever, right? So when you click on the username with autocomplete, the password automatically is populated on the password field. Yes or no? Excellent. So there are high chances that it gets automatically populated. I want you to know this. I am just showing you a demo right now where I assume that the system that we are doing this is a shared system or a public system. Am I clear? It is a shared system or a public system. Now, when I say, look at this, assuming I type A as a username, and it automatically pops up the username and password, which is auto-completed, which means that this is a point where the passwords are already there stored in the browser as a saved password on the system. Yes or no? Can you all please confirm me that? Excellent. Having said that, this system has a password stored as a saved password. All we are going to do right now is a very simple trick. It's a client-side attack. It's not even a heavy attack. It's a very simple client-side attack. Please pay attention. All I do is do a right click. I go to inspect. Please pay attention. I go to inspect. Okay. When I go to inspect, there's multiple data that I see in here, right? Okay. So let me do a right click once again. I say inspect. When I do inspect, correct? How many of you notice there is a data, it says input type equal to. Do you see input type equal to password? How many of you find input type equal to password? Which means that the field that I have done a right click and set inspect is a password field. Am I clear? Likewise, if I do the same thing here, See, it says input type equal to text. Here, input type equal to password. Yes or no? Okay, having said this, I just got a small idea. I thought, why not I change the input type equal to password to input type equal to text. What do you notice in here? After I do that, what do you notice in the password field here? Please pay attention. Yes or no? It's a very simple attack. It is a client-side attack. Am I clear? Please confirm if you're all able to follow, then I'll proceed to the next one. Excellent. So this is not a very critical attack because whatever we are doing is happening only on our system. It is not even being reflected back on the server. Yes or no? Right? Now, let me do this. Something a little more interesting, right? I come back here. Here, how many of you have two laptops where you use one laptop as a primary laptop? Whenever you open the laptop, it is always connected to the internet. The other laptop, you don't connect often to the internet. It's a secondary laptop. Correct? So how many of you have forgotten your passwords? As in, when I say forgotten your password, you will use one password or Wi-Fi password on a system, and when you use another system, you will try to re-log in again. Yes or no? Right? There's going to be one system where the password is stored, the other system you don't have the password. So what we are going to do right now is a quick, simple technique or a hack with which let us see how to break the passwords stored in the local system. I'm talking about the Wi-Fi passwords. Shall we all see that? Okay, please pay attention. I'm saying net sh. When I say net sh on the command prompt, correct? I get a prompt like this. Yes or no? Correct? Now what I do is I say show WLAN profiles. Please pay attention. I'm saying show WLAN profiles, or I just simply type netsh w. I'm sorry, I'll just clear it off again. Here I say WLAN show profiles. What happens when I say netsh? Inside netsh, I say WLAN, which is wireless LAN, show profiles. I want all of you to just type in and see, let me know if you're all able to see all the wireless networks that you use to connect. Yes or no? Can you all please confirm? Okay. Now, assuming I want to connect to this wireless network, but I don't know the password. I want another laptop to connect to this wireless network. Right? But how do I? Right? Very simple. Or there is cool dot, or I'll just use this one. Assuming I'm going to try this one. Okay. All I do is I say instead of WLAN show profiles, okay, all I'm going to do is I'm going to say WLAN show profile, right? Very simple. The command is name equal to Harry. What happens now when I say WLAN show profile, instead of profiles, I'm saying profile. Name equal to Harry, which is this one. Am I clear? So I'm just saying here in this case, I'm going to say yes or no. Can you all confirm if you're all able to see this? Excellent. Now the simple. I repeat the process once again, very simple, net sh, very simple. Here I say WLAN show profiles. Here I'm saying profiles, S, right? So it shows a lot of profiles. So I am going to hack this profile, right? So I'm saying WLAN show profile name equal to double quotes, enter. Yes or no? Having said that I did this, there are multiple options showing up. I am keen on security setting. In security setting, do you find security key equal to present? Yes or no? Can you all please confirm? Excellent. Now, please pay attention. I type the same command. I say WLAN show profile name equal to SP, this one. Here I say key equal to clear. Please type this key equal to clear. What happens now? Please pay attention. Security settings. Key content is West End 125 or 125. Do you see this? Yes or no? What is that West End 125? Wonderful. It is a password of the account. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right? Okay. Wonderful. So please think of this. How much time did it take for us to typically hack into a wireless network that's stored? How do we get even decrypt, or we were able to decipher a password, right? Which hardly took us only 30 seconds. Yes or no? Little lesser than a minute, right? Okay. Right now, I am going to show you a small little code that I want you to run on your respective systems. Okay. Please open. Okay, I am just clearing this off. Do you have any questions in this particular one? If yes, please ask me. I would be happy to take. Otherwise, I would request you all go type PowerShell on this particular command prompt. Please type PowerShell. Have you all did that? Please confirm me once you are done. It will open a prompt which is similar to your command prompt interface. Yes or no? Can you all please confirm? Have you all opened this? Yes or no? Wonderful. I am posting a small little code on the chat interface. Please copy that code. I have put a small code on the chat. Please copy that piece of code and paste it to your PowerShell. Please do that. Can you all please confirm me if you got that? Please copy that script, paste it to your shell, PowerShell on your Windows. Have you all done that? Please type in a message that you did it. Just type in the word done, D-O-N-E, done. If you all done, excellent. Okay. For people who have done this, please look at your desktop. Do you find a new text file on your desktop which says wati-wifi.txt? If yes, please open that file. Okay. Ahmed, what do you find? Okay, Ahmed, Muhammad Yusuf. Okay, interesting. Okay, let me ask you one quick question. How many of you were successfully able to hack the stored passwords from the Windows machine just by issuing in this command? Can you all please confirm me if you were able to hack? If you were able to hack, please type in hacked. Wonderful. Wow, that's nice to know. A lot of people were able to get access to the, not on my Mac. Yeah, this is not for Macintosh. For Macintosh, of course, there is a different method to do it. This is only for Windows machine. Okay, let us give a minute for rest of them to execute this command. For some which says could not find a part of 10 line auto size, etc. Directory not found. It says directory not found, right? So you might want to try it on a different directory. Right? If you want to try it on a different directory, you can just replace it, this particular part. So does this command require you to have an admin account? Actually not. You don't need to have an admin account to execute this. This can run in a least user account privilege itself. Am I clear? Yes or no? Excellent. Can you all please confirm me if you're able to follow till what I've shared? So this is once again a very small interesting demo to make you understand that people think that to perform attacks like what cyber attackers do, you need to have different operating system, different tools, etc. But the truth is, if you know how to make use of your existing operating system properly, that is a good enough tool to do most of the attacks pertaining to network, web application, etc. Am I clear? Can we go on to the next one? Excellent. Okay, let me go to show something little more interesting, right? Okay, please pay attention. Okay, I am opening up my command prompt. Okay, here I am going to type in a command that is going to execute something very interesting. Please pay attention here. Listen, net user. When I say net user on this computer, what does it show? It shows the list of user accounts that exist on this computer. Yes or no? Excellent. It says the list of user accounts that exist on this computer. Am I clear? Excellent. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm saying net user, username. I am going to take example of user account called Nicholas. I'm just creating a user account called Nicholas. You understand? I'm typing in net user. Username is Nicholas. Password is ELAINE. Am I clear? And I'm saying /. Please pay attention to what happens here. Okay? Please pay attention to what happens here. What happens here? Net user Nicholas Align /add system error 5 has occurred. Access is denied. How many of you see this? Excellent. You all see this because you are not executing as an administrator. You are executing as a non-administrator account. Am I clear? Yes or no? Can you all please confirm me? Excellent. Right now, please pay attention. What does ransomware do? Ransomwares usually try to trick the end user to make them do a certain activity, right? For example, look at this. If I want to execute this command, what happens? There is a user account called Nicholas with the password called Align that gets created on this computer. Am I clear? Right? So having said that, what I do is, please pay attention, okay? I will fully execute it from a command interface, then I'll explain you this, right? I'm running it as admin. See, right click, admin. Am I clear? Please pay attention. I do a right click, run as administrator. And once I run it as an administrator, please pay attention. I am actually executing the same command. I am just copying the same command from here to here, correct? And I'm pasting this code here. Let us see what happens. What happens now? It says net user successfully completed. The command completed successfully. Yes or no? Yes. So what is the difference between this and this one? We were able to create a user account called Nicholas from an administrator login, from an admin account. Yes or no? Okay. Number one, what is the issue here? If I'm able to run the same command without having a login to administrator account, then I actually do a bypass attack. I bypass a privilege. Yes or no? This is called privilege escalation. Let us try to see that a little later. But yes, look at this. Let us open user account. I'm sorry. I'm saying user. Okay. Do you see there is a user account from command prompt? I'm showing you this. Do you see a user account here? It says Nicholas. Yes or no? How many of you see it says Nicholas user account? Excellent. Now it says local account. Yes or no? Now what I'm going to do here is it's a net user Nicholas, or what I do is something little more interesting. Look at this. Imagine I want to change the password from Align, right, to Jamilia. Okay. I say net user Nicholas Jamilia. Am I clear? All I'm going to do is just type Jamila. I'm sorry. Net user, username, password, and just enter. Don't type /add. Look at this. What has happened? The user account for Nicholas has changed from Align to Jamila. Am I clear? Yes or no? Okay. But the point here is, did you notice that it did not require you to enter in your old password? Because we are admin. Yes. But you tell me this, is it a good idea to change a password of an account without knowing the old password? Absolutely not. But because we are admin here, they have given us a privilege that you can do it. Yes or no? Okay. Now, Please pay attention. I am typing in the same command again. Okay, but this time let me just say there is one person called. Okay, there is one person called Paris Wedge, right? So I'm saying Wedge, or I'll say Joseph, Joseph. Okay, please pay attention. All I'm doing is trying to change the password of the user account Nicholas to Joseph. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right. Now, I want you to imagine this. Right now, I do not have, say for example, I don't know the password of the user account Nicholas. Okay. But we already know here. In our case, it is Joseph, right? But imagine I don't know. What will I do to find the password? What is the procedure in which I can actually hack the password? Any idea? Okay, let me tell you this. There is something called encryption and something called hashing. What is the difference? Please pay attention to what I say. Okay, I just want you all to pay attention to what I say. Kavi kanokat kase kan katikal. I repeat, just pay attention to what I'm saying. Kavi kanokat kase kan katikal. What does that mean? I've just typed it on the chat box. Okay, please pay attention. I'm also opening it on my notepad. I just said Kavi kanokat kase kan katikal. Now what I do is I type the same thing by removing off the alphabets Ka. Okay, Kavikanodh. So it has become Vinod. Correct. My name is Vinod. Correct. Kac. Right. So it has become ACNTHIL. Vinod Senthil. So what has happened? It has actually made my own name, Kavi Kanokat Kase Kan Katikal, which is an encrypted form, and I try to decipher it back to a plain text. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right. So this process is called the encryption process, right? Encryption, and whenever you talk about encryption, there is an associated process called the decryption. Okay. Now the interesting part is, will operating systems store encryption? No, they don't use encryption. They instead use another technique called the hashing. What is hashing? Hashing is otherwise popularly called a one-way hashing. What is one-way hashing? Which means that if I encrypt it to one way, I cannot decrypt it back again. Am I clear? That is why it is called the one-way hashing. It cannot be reversed back. Yes. So right now, I want you to understand this password, Joseph, is one-way hashed, not encrypted. It is hashed by the operating system, meaning it cannot be reversed back, isn't it? Yes or no? Excellent. What we are going to do right now is try to see if I can reverse this back, or on other terms, crack this back. How am I going to password crack this user account Nicholas? Am I clear? Okay. For this demo, I have installed a software in my system called Cain and Able. Okay, Cain and Able. It is a free software that is available for download from the internet. I'm just downloading this software, and this software is installed onto my computer, and this is how the software looks like. Am I clear? Are you all able to see the screen that I'm sharing? Excellent. Do you find decoders, network, sniffer, cracker, traceroute, CCDU, wireless, query? Excellent. Now I want you all to know that this particular software that we are seeing, right? It is popularly called Cain and Abel. What is Cain and Abel? Cain and Abel are the names of two watchdogs that were used by the Greek mythology. Some stories are there, right? So it's typically a watchdog, meaning a dog that was used for security. Okay. And the interesting part here is I go to the Cracker tab. Okay. In this Cracker tab, I have an option here, which is a plus icon underneath the tools box. Do you find the plus icon? Yes or no? Yes. Now I click click here, the plus icon gets activated. Now it says import hashes from local machines. It's not saying import encrypted data from local machine. It says import hashes from local machine. Am I clear? Is this session recorded? Will it be shared? Of course, it is being recorded. You can contact the organizers, and upon this completion of this program, they will also tell you about how to access this recorded session, right? Okay, please pay attention here. It says add NT hashes from import hashes from local system. Yes or no? I say next. Please pay attention to what happens. Wow. Do you find something like this? Yes or no? How many of you are able to see 6 user accounts here? And did you notice the first 3 user accounts have empty passwords here? Empty passwords, you can see empty. Yes or no? Which means that these are the 3 accounts which does not have an empty password. Yes or no? All right. It does not have an empty password. What was the account we created? We created a user account called Nicholas, which has both NT and LM hash. Yes or no? NT and the LM hash. Am I clear? Please confirm if you're all able to follow me, right? If you paid a little more attention, you will notice that the LM hash is common for all the user accounts, correct? This hash, NT hash, keeps on changing. But for these 3 user accounts, it's the same because it's empty. There is no password for these 3 accounts. Am I clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now, our objective is to see if we can hack the user account called Nicholas, for whom we have already set a password, which I have forgotten. I don't have access to that password. All I have access to is the hash of the password. Now, please pay attention. I do a right click here. What are the types of attacks that I can perform? This is again client side, right? Yeah. So this can be considered both client side as well as remote, because if you go click on here, it says import hashes from a SAM database, import hashes from a text file also, which means you can get the hash from another computer, import it here also. Okay, let us quickly come back to this question, right? So there are 3 different popular attack techniques. One is dictionary attack, the other one is a brute force attack. These are the 2 popular attacks, right? So let us consider what is a dictionary attack and what is a brute force attack. What is a dictionary attack? When we are talking about a typical dictionary, an English dictionary, when you open the English dictionary, you would see words like ball, bat, cat, apple, umbrella, rainbow, and all these English words. Yes or no? But we don't find passwords like Joseph. in a dictionary? Because Joseph is not a word, it is a name. Yes or no? Right. Having said that, this password is not going to be available on a dictionary. What attack should we perform now? Should we perform a dictionary attack or a brute force attack? Brute force, excellent. Now let us consider what is a brute force. Brute force attack is a technique where I perform all the possible permutation and combinations as an attempt to find the password. Okay, so I am using an application right now called the Canaan. Okay, to answer Angel's question, right? But it need not be only from Canaan. There are multiple other tools with which we can do it. We can use HTC Hydra, we can use the Loft Crack, we can use multiple other tools to do it. But yes, this is again a free tool that I just downloaded off the shelf and installed on a Windows machine. Okay, so let us see this. I am going to use a brute force attack, right? So I select the user account, do a right click, go to brute force and say NT-LM hashes, because we are using both NT and LM hashes. Yes or no? When we do that, do you see something like this? Do you see something very interesting like a screen like this? It says, is the password that you're trying to break likely small letters, capital letters, numbers, symbols, alphanumeric with symbols, etc. Am I clear? So this is all a guess, right? So I'm just guessing that the password that that user might have kept will likely be only small letters. I think that the password that that user will not keep capital letters. This is a simple guess that I'm doing here. Am I clear? Yes or no? Excellent. Having said that, what should I select? I should select small letters with numbers, simply numbers. Which one should I select? All small letters, perfect. So I'm just going to select this. Okay, please pay attention. It says there is an option which says password length, meaning I can simply say the password that I'm trying to break is 5 characters, 10 characters, 20 characters. This is a guess. Okay, right now the password that we are going to break is Joseph, 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 6 characters, right? So the max length I'm going to decrease it to 6 from 16. Please pay attention to this box which says key space. Key space. All right. I just reduce it back here. Every time I reduced, you see the number of key space drastically reduces. What does that mean? It simply means that number one, when you have you ever seen a briefcase which has a number lock in it, right? There are 3 digits usually in the number lock, meaning if I add just one more digit, if there is only 3-digit number lock, it means that there are 1,000 combinations, 000 to 999. There are 1,000 combinations of attacks that attacker has to perform, can potentially perform. Yes or no? Likewise, if I just add one more digit to the number lock, having the 3-digit number lock, now a 4-digit number lock, what happens? What happens interestingly is if one digit alone added, meaning I make 1,000 combinations to 10,000 potential combinations, 10,000 potential permutation combination. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right? Excellent. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to initiate the brute force attack, and we are going to time it of how long it takes to break the password. Am I clear? I'm going to timertab.com just to keep a tab on how long it takes to break it. Okay. I'm just going to start. Okay, so let me go back to this screen and click start button right now. 1, 2, and I click on the start button right now. I go back to the resume. Okay, just to keep a tab on how much time it is taking. Wow, I just stopped the tab right now because what do I notice here? Please pay attention. The plain text of this hash is Joseph. See how beautiful it is. It was that easy for an attacker to import a hash and crack the hash. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right? And did you also notice how much seconds it took? It took us close to only 13 seconds for us to crack the hash. Am I clear? Yes or no? Wonderful. Can you all please type in if you enjoyed seeing this? Just type in enjoyed. Wow. Wonderful. Excellent. So what did we see? We actually saw about how a password uh, can be broken even if it is a hash, right? So usually what happens? Hash, we are unable to decrypt it. Yes or no? Because it's a one-way hash. Okay. You might have a question. Vinod, it is a one-way hash. Then how is this password even broken? How do ransomware make use of these techniques? Right? Now, I want you to think of this. For people who have attended this program yesterday, did you notice that we were seeing about Trojans, right? In Trojans or the Trojan horse or the backdoors, what do I do as an attacker? I send you a file to your computer, either by USB or a mail or a link or whatever technique. I send you, you download and run it on your system. Once you do that on your system starts to obey my terms, yes or no, right? Likewise, I just want to think of this. Ransomware is also a very similar technique, right? Like Trojans and backdoors. But the objective of ransomware is to make money, right? The attacker creates a ransomware to do some create some kind of encryption on a given file and ask money to give a decryption key. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right? So we saw about ransomware, but I want you to think of this. How many of you are aware about torrents? Torrents, there are multiple torrent websites, right? So how many of you are aware about torrent websites? Excellent. Please think of this. Imagine there is a movie called Avengers Endgame, right? And imagine there is a new version of the movie getting released. Okay. Imagine the movie has not got released on theaters because of COVID scenarios. Now, what happens? Do you understand? The movie is not getting released because thought they were dead. No, they are not dead. Okay. So what happens? The end users will now be able to download these files from torrents, right? What is torrents? Torrents are nothing but a peer-to-peer platform. I repeat, torrents are a peer-to-peer platform, which means your computer, which is downloading a piece or a portion of a software, is also uploading to the same network. Meaning you will be sharing your file that you've downloaded with someone you do not even know. He is downloading the file from your system. You are downloading a portion of a file from someone's system. That's how they form this huge peer-to-peer network. Am I clear? Right? So imagine there's a new movie that is getting released. Okay. And what attackers do is attackers try to inject this Trojan horses or ransomwares or backdoors inside of the movie file. And imagine the movie file is Avengers, right? They upload this new movie file with the Trojan or the ransomware injected into it and upload it on the torrent website. What happens? Anyone who downloads this movie and watches this movie would enjoy the movie. However, their system is now getting infected with the ransomware or a Trojan, meaning a potentially a very interesting movie or a new movie that's got released will be able to infect millions of people who try to download the particular torrent movie on their system and run them. Am I clear? Yes or no? Excellent. So we have been covering some very interesting topics. We have been seeing about how ransomware uses technique with respect to stealing passwords, right? And yesterday we also saw from scratch up about how a Trojan works. The combination of these two passwords and the Trojan combinations create ransomwares a lot more effective. Correct? Okay. I have a small video link that I would want you all to spend your time looking at right now. Okay. So let me share the very interesting video link. Okay. I am sharing a small link on the chat. Please find the YouTube link that I've shared. Right. It's a very interesting link. It is about how a attacker makes use of a technique. Let me open that on my system. Okay, let me share this once again. Can you all please confirm me if my YouTube video is visible for you? Can you all please confirm me that? Excellent. Please let me know if you're all able to hear the audio from this video.
Using social engineering, which is essentially hacking without any.
Are you all able to hear the audio from this video being played? Can you please confirm? Excellent. I am just going to play this 2-minute video, which will effectively make you understand what are the type of popular attacks that are happening around social engineering. Please spend a minute on this particular very interesting video. Post this, we will go to the FAQ session. Thank you.
Any code. They just use a phone and an internet connection.
Do you want to do a sample phishing call?
What's phishing?
Phishing is voice solicitation, and basically what you do is you use the phone to extract information or data points that can be used in a later attack.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Who are you gonna call?
Maybe I'll call your cell phone provider and
Okay.
see if I can get them to give me your email address.
I bet they're good. I bet they have my back. But yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna spoof from your number, so it's gonna look like it's calling from you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me okay? My baby, I'm sorry. my husband's like, we're about to apply for a loan and we just had a baby and he's like, get this done by today. So I'm so sorry. I can't call you back. I'm trying to log into our account for uses information and I can't remember what email address we used to log the account. The baby's crying and can you help me? Awesome.
In just 30 seconds,
At gmail.com.
Jessica gets access to my personal email address.
Now, if I needed to add our older daughter on our account so she could call in and make changes, how would I need to go about doing that? You would have to send me a secure PIN through a text message? Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't think I'll be able to receive a text message if I'm on the phone. Shh. Oh, I'm not on there either? So I thought when we got married, he added me to the account.
Jess uses my girlfriend's name and a fake social security number
5127.
to set up her own personal access to my account.
Wait, I'm sorry, so there's no password on my account right now? Can I set that up?
She even gets the support person to change my password.
Thank you so much for your help today.
So she just basically blocked me out of my own account.
I'll get her fed after this. All right, thank you.
Okay, can you all please confirm me if you're all able to follow this video? That is excellent. So I will It's a very interesting video, isn't it? Right? So you could actually see that the attacker used a technique to influence someone over the phone call by using certain very interesting techniques to scam, right? So social engineering is a technique of popularly using non-technical attacking techniques, however, to do a hacking attack, right? Okay, let us quickly finish off this particular part, right? Please pay attention. I'm just closing this window. Are you all able to see the window that I'm opening? Please confirm if you're all able to see my screen. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I open this command prompt. Do you notice that I was able to execute this command only because I was an administrator? Yes or no? Correct? But this place, I did not execute it because the system denied me access. Correct? Now, what we are going to see is a very simple technique, however effective technique, where I will tell you on what we should do with respect to doing a privilege escalation attack, right? Please pay attention, privilege escalation attack. Now, what I do is I open my command prompt. Okay, please pay attention. I go to start, I type in NET, Net Policy Wizard, Network Policy Wizard, NET PLWIZ. Please pay attention. I open Net PLWIZ and I say enter. Do you notice there is a prompt like this that opens up? Can you all please confirm me if you're all able to see your screen like this? I'll just remove this user account. Correct? Okay, now I go to the advanced tab here. Please follow what I'm saying, okay? I just go to command, to this prompt, I say net PLWIZ, which is Network Policy Wizard. After I go there, right, I actually get a box like this. Here, I go to the advanced tab. Here, I again go to advanced. When I go to advanced, I get a page similar to this. Am I clear? Here again, please follow this. I get I go to Network Policy Wizard. In that, I go to Advanced tab. Then I go to the second option which says Advanced. When I go there, it allows me to open a page like this. Am I clear? Right now, I go to say Help Topics. Okay, please pay attention. I'm right now in the Help Topics. So I do a right click. I see View Source here. Yes or no? This has opened up the notepad. I want you to understand this option. Please pay attention. I say net or I go to command. Right? In command prompt, I type in a command called net user Vinod1/add. It says denied because I'm running this command prompt from a low privilege, right? So how do I confirm that I'm from low privilege? All I have to do is I have to say who am I /priv. Sorry, priv, right? So please pay attention when I do who am I priv. Priv stands for privilege, right? It shows me there are about 5 privileges for me. Yes or no? Right now, I have 5 privileges, but I close this option. I go to this. I open the command prompt as an admin now. Please pay attention. When I go to the command prompt as an admin, okay, and I execute the same command here, when I say who am I /priv. Please pay attention to how many features have I got now. I've got more features than I am supposed to. Yes or no? More than 5, which means that this is a low privilege and that is a high privilege user account. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right. Now, this particular help that you're seeing currently is in high privilege because help is default given by Microsoft for all the user account, which means that when help is getting executed, it usually gets executed under system privileges. Am I clear? Yes or no? Right. So what I did from this help, I am opening up view source, which means I'm opening up Notepad, which is also as admin. Yes or no? Yes, excellent. Now look at this. I go here, file, open. What do I try to open? I go to C:/Windows/ let me see if system32 is there. Here, there's something called cmd.exe, right? All I do is right click this and I say open. When I say open, please pay attention. It opens a command prompt like this through the Notepad. Yes or no? This Notepad has initiated this command prompt, meaning right now what privilege will this command prompt have? Look at this. It has more than 5 privileges, which means we have escalated or elevated the user account's access. Am I clear? Yes or no? This is a very simple, effective technique of understanding how a privilege escalation is usually done by a ransomware. Ransomware usually starts with the low privilege and try to find its way out to get elevated accesses. Am I clear? Yes or no? How many of you are able to follow whatever we've been covering for the day? I'll just close my chat and reopen it again. Just a moment. Okay. But I didn't see how it opened in Notepad. Okay, I'll just repeat this process once again. Very simple process for people who were not able to follow this. Okay, I close it all. Okay, I just want you to know that CMD in command prompt, this is one command prompt. Okay, there is another CMD. I open up. I'm sorry, both are the same command prompt. I open command prompt with admin privilege now. There are two command prompts that I want you to know. Okay. Okay. Look at this. I'm saying who am I /priv. How many privileges do you see? You see 5 privileges. Here I repeat the same thing. Who am I priv. Here you have lot of privileges, which means that this command prompt has a lot of privileges or an elevated privilege. This command prompt is in a lower privilege. Now what we are going to do is change from this low privilege to high privilege. How are we going to capitalize doing it? We are going to use the help option that is available on Windows, which usually runs on admin or system privilege, because help is necessary for all the user accounts across the system. Yes or no? So how do we capitalize that? Let us see this. I say net pl viz network policy wizard. When I open it, it comes up with the screen like this. Here, I click on advanced, go to advanced. When I go to advanced, it again comes up with the screen like this. Here, I just want to open up help topics. When I open up help topics, it opens a page like this, correct? Here, I need to find a way to go to view source, because view source will open up notepad for me. Right now, when I open notepad in this place, right, when I click view source, the notepad that gets triggered is an admin privileged notepad. Am I clear? Right? Look at this. It is an admin privileged notepad right now. Okay. Now what I do is, this is not required. So I go to file, open. So what is notepad supposed to open? It is supposed to open only txt files. But what I do, I say c:/windows/system 32. What is system 32? System 32 is a location where the cmd.exe is available, which is your command prompt. This cmd that you see, command prompt, is the cmd. Am I clear? Right? Please pay attention. When I do a right click, click open, it opens up the command prompt under the privilege of the account which Notepad is running upon, right? Which is Notepad is running upon the privilege running by the help topics. What is the account in which the help topic is running? Running on admin privilege, meaning we have inherited the admin account access from help to Notepad, from network policy wizard, then to help, then from help to notepad. From notepad, we open the command prompt. Now I click on open. When I click open, it opens up this screen. Look at this. Yes or no? Now you would not have issues to create user accounts. Look at this. Let's say net user Vinod1/add. Beautiful. It got the account successfully added. I'll also delete it. Do we have any questions on whatever we covered for the day? So we actually had a very interesting session today. We saw what is privilege escalation, how do ransomwares make use of it, and all that, right? Apparently, we also did cover upon some very interesting topics, which was about what is encryption, what is hashing, how can the hash be broken, what is the one-way hashing, and all that, right? So, do we have any questions? Excellent. I have been getting a lot of questions on the chat box available. Okay, so I will just take a moment to share the screen.
We also have a few questions from in the Q&A as well, Vinod.
All right, Vijay.
You want me to go ahead with those questions first?
Yeah, that'd be great. Please go ahead.
Okay, we got somebody asked, what security certifications do you suggest for an individual?
Okay, so okay, can we go on to all the questions so that I will summarize all the questions at once?
We have three actually. So the second one is, any suggestions to quickly assess our organization cybersecurity posture? And
okay,
the third one is, what security certifications you suggest and the organizations?
excellent. So thank you, Vijay. That actually helps. I think these are the most popularly asked questions. Number one, what is a security certification that you suggest for individuals? Number two, any suggestion to quickly assess our organization security posture? Number three, what security certification you would suggest for organization? First one for individuals, third one for organization. Excellent. So having said that, these are the three popular questions from the chat that we see. Let me take a moment to explain this. Number one, there are multiple types of courses, multiple genre of courses, even inside cybersecurity itself, right? So we have courses around the networks. We have courses around web application security. We have courses on mobile application security. We have courses around IoT security. We have courses around SCADA security. We have penetration testing courses. We have courses on source code auditing services, right? So there are multiple different kind of courses that we would suggest for different kind of requirements, right? So having said that, let us dig a little in detail about what I would personally suggest for individuals, right? So there are entry level courses and basically beginner level courses, intermediate courses, and the little advanced courses, right? So I would strongly suggest there are entry level courses that you might want to consider doing is EC Council's CEH. CH stands for Certified Ethical Hacker. It is popularly known in the industry for making your basics strong. And please be mindful, this is not any vendor specific certification. It is a vendor neutral certification. Unlike Microsoft, you have MCP, Microsoft Certified Professional, or Microsoft Certified Security Engineer, MCAC, etc. Right? Unlike that, here, this EC Council certification is a vendor neutral, which means that they will talk about Cisco, Microsoft, Juniper, Alcatel, Lucent, all the different kind of products, right? So they don't talk about a specific product or a company, right? That makes your fundamentals really strong, right? So I would strongly suggest the first beginner level course that you might want to consider doing is CH, Certified Ethical Hacker. And in case any of you are interested, we do offer CH programs in our organization. And you can contact our organizers for the program. It is usually a 4 days program. It's a 4-day jam-packed full-day boot camp. It's more of a boot camp, right? So it's usually close to 5 to 6 hours of program per day for 4 days, right? So usually it's a Saturday, Sunday, and we give a break for 1 week, and then the next Saturday, Sunday. The 1 week gap that is given between the first 2 days and the last 2 days is just to make sure you have enough time to work on certain hands-on exercises. Okay, this is a beginner level program that I would suggest for individuals. Number 2, I would also suggest the intermediate level program called the Security Plus. This is by a company called CompTIA. COMPTIA, CompTIA, right? The third course that I would suggest is OSCP, which is an advanced program, which is Offensive Certified Security Professional, which is more of a hands-on penetration testing course. The basic idea to do these kind of courses is to make you understand how attackers really operate. Once you are clear on how attackers operate, you will be in a better position on how to secure yourself from getting hacked by those attackers, right? Going back to the third question, what security certification will you suggest organization? See, it depends how you want to place your company, right? How you want to brand your company. And also, of course, for the compliance reasons, right? Say, for example, for individual, I was talking about CH, CompTIA, OSCP, right? These are different types of courses, and the intensity of hands-on varies each of the courses. Likewise, for organizations which are into e-commerce segment, e-commerce, right, where they handle personal identifiable information of end users, or handle credit card related information of the end users, or personal information, anything, right? These kind of information of end users, if it is handled by e-commerce companies, then there is a certain certification that is suggested for the organization. It's called the PCI DSS, Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. This is not for an individual, it is for an organization, right? When you say that this organization is PCI DSS certified, which means that this company takes a set of procedures or policies in mind before they do their day-to-day working, day-to-day processes, how they handle the customer data, all of it are governed in a certain practice. And this is what is conveyed once you are a PCI DSS certified, right? Going forward, right, there are other certifications as well. There is ISO 27001 certification. ISO 27001 is a certification which is more for ISMS. ISMS stands for Information Security Management Systems, right? So there are close to 133 different controls of cybersecurity put in place for the ISO 27001, which means that it is not only talking about the information security, data security, it talks about physical security, it talks about camera, CCTV, the shadow areas between the cameras. how your fire extinguishers are handled, where is your backups being taken, what is your primary backup, secondary backup, what is a business continuity planning you have for your application, what is a disaster recovery procedure you have, what is the incident response process you have. Multiple such kind of controls would be brought in if you follow a ISO 27001 process in place. Am I clear? And likewise, you have multiple. If you are in the healthcare segment, you might want to consider doing a HIPAA compliance certification, HIPPA, right? Likewise, if you have a data center, SOC 2 type 2 is a certification that I would suggest. So you might want to do a little more research around this, right? So the last question is, any suggestion to quickly assess our organization's cybersecurity posture? Excellent. So for anyone who thinks that your organization has to see, please remember this very interesting point or very important point, right? Security testing is not a one-time activity. I repeat, a security testing is not a one-time activity. It is an ongoing process. Security is simply not a one-time activity. It is an ongoing process, which means that if you set a password for your computer today, does not mean that you're safe all the time. You have to regularly, periodic interval, you have to change the passwords as well, right? That's a process. Likewise, for organization security posture to be better, you have to continuously do security assessments by third-party vendors, right? So we, of course, from Vati, we effectively do security testing exercises. In case you are looking for testing your organization security posture, we can also work out on a proof of concept as well. So you might want to reach us out for understanding a little more about. We can understand a little more about the scope, what you want to assess, and how we can help you to assess your security posture, right? So I think upon this, we have completed all the 3 questions that were raised. So Vijay, do we have any other questions, or we can close for the day?
I think those are the Q&A questions we have for now, Vinod. But thank you very much again, Vinod. Again, all the audience attendees, whoever are here, if you have any questions and then we did not, took care of that, please email us to info@wadi.com. And then, I would also request you guys, if you have given a feedback yesterday, wonderful, thank you so very much for it. If you have not, you see the link on the notepad. I mean, we will also put it on the chat window. Please go ahead and then give us a review, so that it would be benefit for both of us. We would try to improve more on what we have to do, and then we can come up with more better understanding of your views, and then come up with more better trainings and better whatever programs we can do, that would benefit for the community, and then for us as a company, as an organization as well. And then yeah, this is wonderful. We are looking forward for you guys for tomorrow's session as well, which is day 3. Tomorrow's topics, do you want to share tomorrow's topics, or
I think that is intact as available on vati.com website.
right, you can just go to www.wadi.com. You will see the topics there for tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
And again, thank you so very much, everybody, for your patience. You have really been a wonderful audience, and then really interactive audience. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Vijay. Last but not the least, I would request each of you to share a minute or two to give in your feedbacks available on the link. It will hardly take you a minute or two to give your feedback. I would personally read all your feedbacks myself. I mean, it is such a pleasure to meet all of you. So thank you for sharing your feedback, Ebony Smith. So in case any of you have any other questions, I'm available for the next few minutes on the chat option that's available here. So thank you once again. You all have been a wonderful audience. Take good care. All the very best.
Thank you so very much, guys. You guys have a wonderful day, and then we will all see you tomorrow. Bye for now.